good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. Everyone, let's sing it. I love you, baby. Not a bad little intro there. Just like the intro to this video. Coming up next is a bit of a Q&A session that I did with the students at Macleay College. Make sure you have a listen to it. Thanks to those guys again. It was really good to talk to you about my startup journey and where I'm up to and what I'm doing. But that's it for now. Watch these next videos and hope you enjoy them. Talk to you soon.
Along the way, you've been doing some very good vlogs.
Yeah.
Okay. Posting on YouTube, sharing your experiences, which is really beyond wearing your heart on your sleeve. It's a very emotional thing.
Yeah.
How have you found they've helped you?
Yeah, so I don't know if you guys listen to Gary V and stuff like that. It's document over create is what he keeps on saying. And for me, I wasn't good in written blogs. I don't think I'm as good in written blogs. I think I'm better like with video format. So I started the vlog journey for multiple reasons. One is I wanted to give back a real-time story about how I'm going in the journey and outlaying that to other people. Mm-hmm. Two is I've been getting a lot of phone calls from people that were in a similar world as me before I made the jump. That they're wanting to catch up and have a coffee and have a chat about them thinking about jumping into it. So I've been having a lot of those conversations. I've been having a lot of people introduce me to people that can help out, whether that be lawyers, whether that be accountants, whether that be potential investors. Mm-hmm. And the other thing I'm doing is I'm actually building an army of people who have come on the journey with me, so when I launch, that hopefully they all work in businesses that might be interested in this.
It's that advocacy thing.
It's the advocacy thing. Yeah. And it's basically just, and I haven't had any bad feedback there. I feel like because my journey has stalled a little bit, that I'm running out of things to say until I can raise this money and give them an end date. So it's just trying to balance that whole journey.
Just for a bit of curiosity, some people build businesses to see it grow, ride it out to the very end, and some people want to sell when it's at its pinnacle.
Yeah.
Do you have an idea if you want to sell it once it's up top, or are you going to ride the wave all the way?
Good question. I couldn't tell you. I know that there's a lot within this idea that I want to see executed. And I'll 100% stick that out until that idea is executed the way that I see it being validated. Is it a long-term play for me to be in the business forever? Don't know. Motivations for me, again, I'll always have to work in an area where I make people happy, that is with passions, and I get to connect with my partners. That is my world, and that's what I want to hold on to, because that is what my vision is.
Now we've come that full journey.
Yeah.
You've learned a lot.
Yeah.
And there's a light at the end of the tunnel that's not a train coming at you.
No, it's a bit of a train coming.
Well, only on one platform.
Yes.
What would you do differently now? What have you learned that if we said, okay, well, let's go back and rewind this, let's take that out, let's do this. What have you been able to do in the reflection side?
Oh, I reflect a lot. I reflect a lot, but I don't I'm not holding on to it anymore. I was there for a little bit, but two things. One is I had enough equity to build this thing almost straight away in my home, and I've eaten away at that because I've tried to validate it too much, and I should have just bloody gone speed to market more than anything else. So I would have changed the way that I would have approached my finances from the start. I probably wouldn't have. The other thing I wouldn't have done is I wouldn't have got myself into the hole that I was of not knowing where I wanted to be and having to take 3 months to get back to this new idea. Like, the warning signs in my world were 2 years strong in media and advertising, where I wasn't loving it, but I stuck it out because of the money.
So you're saying you wish you had jumped earlier?
I wish I would have.
So you would have been on the track now?
I wish I would have known those warning signs earlier.
Okay, yeah.
And I wish I would have either tried to work on a side hustle to work out what that other thing was, instead of waiting to that moment where I just wasn't operating at my peak, and I was just there for the money and the the status almost. I wish, that's my biggest regret, because that was like 2 years worth of.
And this sounds like a massive step you're taking, because you've got a lot of development and cost that has to go in it. Had you ever considered along the way, is there a midpoint where you go, let's just get to there because the big thing is over here, or you're just all in and taking it?
I'm all in and taking it.
Yeah.
You know, like you have to, I feel like, yes, there has to be those, like what I've spoken to you guys about is the ecosystem in totality. Yes, I've got a roadmap of the initial steps of the MVP and where that needs to be, and how I grow in the marketplace. Like I'm not going to go out to everybody straight away. So I do have those stepping stones, but until that vision is complete, I don't feel like I'm complete.
Right.
Because I feel like I've found something there that if I can, and it's all in the execution, I know it's not just about the idea, but if I can deliver on that execution, then I'll how do I want to say? I want to leave a legacy, David. Like I don't want to. It's not about money for me. When it was about money, I wasn't happy.
Right.
So I want to see
So
that
the
legacy.
material stuff's moved back, and yours is more about the passion for the activation
That's
of
right.
this concept.
Yeah,
this
100%.
whole
Otherwise, I
new
wouldn't.
world of-
That's right.
Yeah.
So, but I remember back in my days when I was a promo guy, I used to get promoted because I was passionate about what I did,
Mhm.
and I used to get money that way.
Yep.
Money used to come to me. I never used to have to chase it. I never had to negotiate. I never put a resume together for 20 years. And then when I became sales director, and it was all about money. That's when I got off the rails. So the one thing that I need to make sure that I'm holding true to is my vision and my passion around that vision, but also understanding that you need to have a better foundation around you external to work. Like that's one thing that I didn't have either.
Mhm.
It's about understanding, you know, like now I get up in the mornings, I go run, I do a little bit of meditation. I do things for me at the start of the day, so at least I know that I've done something for
And
me.
that sounds like an important part, because I can
Massive.
see how this could be a vortex that just
Draws
draw
you
you in 24/7, a newly married man, that everything is just going to take the vision away.
Yeah, so I sat down when I started this vision and I noted down a whole bunch of red flags that if I ever got to these points, that my wife would hold me accountable and say, hey, you.
Can you share one or two of them?
Oh yeah, where I was moody at home.
Right.
What else? Oh, I wasn't enjoying what I was doing. You know, things like that. You know, it's more that.
The emotional intelligence.
Yeah,
Sounds like.
yeah. And there was a lot of those red flags that were just appearing in my life that I just didn't know how to solve until I stopped, got me back again, worked out where I wanted to be.
Yep.
And now even my blood pressure's the best it's ever been. I used to have high blood pressure as well. But like now I feel good, I feel motivated, and even though I'm earning like a salary right now that is, you know, a lot less than what I used to have.
Yeah.
So that's where the journey is.
Can you thank Luke for coming along and sharing our good luck.
Thank
We
you.
want to get you back in about week 12 to hear about all the
Where things are at, yeah.
financial
Yeah, definitely. Great, mate.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much.